The Cítáng, Chinese Ancestral Shrine. On the 7th of January 2020, I went to my grandpa's friend's grand opening of a new Cítáng near Zhong Shan or Zhong Shan, Guangdong. Cítangs are gathering places that are found in villages across China. They are places where the ancestors of one's family name or clan are worshipped and allow for communal gathering of the said family or clan. If you have the same family name, then you belong to the clan. Weddings, funerals, and any kind of momentous occasion which brings about gatherings would use a cítáng for such an occasion. This is the equivalent of a church, synagogue, or mosque in the Abrahamic faiths, for Chinese old religion was focused mainly in the worship of ancestors, to which was encouraged by Confucius as a way to observe filial piety, and this brought about harmony in relationships between father and son, man and woman, ruler and subject. The dead ancestors are, by extension, higher on the rung of the filial piety ladder, thus admiration and worship of them is encouraged by old Chinese society. This is similar to ancient Roman religion, where households would worship the genus, the ancestors of the family, and other idols to household guardian spirits. A clay idol modeled after the paterfamilias, or head of the household, would be placed in a lararium, which is a small shrine. The paterfamilias would lead worship every morning in order to ward off evil spirits, invoke the ancestors, the gods, and thus bringing good luck and fortune to the household. Old Chinese culture is similar in that regard, as ancestor worship was commonly practiced and notions of family, piety, and luck were encouraged. Incense is used, as in many religious traditions, to experience the transcendent and the mystical in the otherwise ordinary and the mundane. The opening of a cítáng is most especially rare, happening not even once in a lifetime, since these places were meant to last centuries. Historically, cítangs became suppressed when the communists took over in 1949, since the virtues of Marxism, Leninism, Stalinism, and Maoism were to be triumphed over custom and tradition. The Cultural Revolution of 1966 to 1976 proved disastrous, as the four olds were to be dismantled: old customs, old culture, old habits, and old ideas. Cítangs happened to represent all of these, so they had to go. Cítangs were deliberately neglected or repurposed into schools, granaries, and whatever village could use for it, providing it was utilitarian. Hence, this is the reason why this was a rare and momentous occasion in the witnessing of the opening of such a place. You would also find household deities, ancient Chinese folk gods, the names of the ancestors and lineage, as well as Buddhist or even Taoist deities adorned at the center of a cítáng, all in an effort to respect the way of the ancients and the past. This was the witnessing of a truly rare occasion. Personally, I do not subscribe to ancestor worship, but I appreciate something of tremendous cultural, historical, and religious heritage, something that without a doubt my ancestors would have practiced for several millennia, and to which was needed to reinforce the Confucian principles of proper relationship, respect for elders and ancestors alike. This helped to bring about harmony in society and helped to bring about social cohesion. Even within the confines of my own religious tradition, I am required to honor my elders, to honor my parents as according to the 5th of the 10 commandments written in the Torah. It is a mitzvah. Plus, the scriptures itself emphasize the importance of lineage and ancestry, as tracing the Lord, Jesus of Nazareth, from the line of David, and eventually back to the first man and woman as the child of the woman who will crush the serpent, Genesis 3:15. Therefore, in witnessing this unique situation which I found myself in, I would remember this throughout my whole life. The past is of great importance, since it allows us to have a connection to our forebearers, and in doing so allows us to see the world as our ancestors saw, solve problems our ancestors solved, and to see what they have done or even failed to do, which have led to the present moment. Heritage, culture, honor, piety, and pride are not inherently bad, helping us to become aware of our past, grounding us and connecting with the present, and looking forward with remembrance of our ancestors' toils to the future. Thanks for watching.